Hello, I'm Charlize and today I'm going to be doing my November wrap-up and December to be read. For a start, I had my formal on Thursday night and it is now Sunday afternoon, but this won't be going up today, it'll be going up on like Monday or Tuesday. But I put photos of my formal in my last video, which was the How I Read tag, and I will leave a link right here so you can click to go to that video. If you just want to see the photos, I'll have it start out where the photos start for you if you don't really want to watch the tag video, because I know more people usually watch my TBRs than any other videos really, or like book hauls, but yeah, you can just click on that link and you can go to that video if you wanted to see photos of the formal. I looked like Tinkerbell gone wrong, so if you want to see a Tinkerbell gone wrong, then just go to that video. And on to the wrap up. I didn't have the best reading month. I read a lot more than I thought I would. I thought I'd literally get through 2 books. I think I only had 2 books on my TBR, which were The Book Thief and More Than This by Patrick Ness. I think those were the only books I had on my TBR. But I ended up reading 4 books this month, and like they weren't really tiny books either. They were alright, okay, so I'm just going to get into it. The first book I finished was The Book Thief by Marcus Zusak. I started this at the very beginning of November, and I absolutely loved this book. I don't even think I can manage to do a review on it because it would be like the most rambly thing ever, because it was just really, really good. If you guys haven't read this, I think it's one of those books that like it's like one of those books that everyone reads, like I don't know what to compare it to, like the Harry Potter series. This is gonna become one of those books that everyone has read. It is a beautiful, beautiful story. If you don't know anything about it, I actually didn't know anything about it. So this story is narrated through death, which is completely different from anything I've ever read. So it follows a girl called Liesl, and she is a book thief, and you kind of find out more about that, but basically she does steal books, but there is a lot more to it than just that. It is set in Nazi Germany during the Holocaust, but it's told from the German perspective, not the Jewish perspective, which isn't done often. I ended up giving this 5 out of 5 stars. It was amazing. I'll definitely be rereading this like over the years. I'm not sure when, but I will be rereading it sometime. Maybe after I reread it another time, then I'll do a review, but I won't be doing a review of it just yet. So after that, I was going to read More Than This by Patrick Ness, but I thought I wasn't ready to have my life changed again just yet after that, The Book Thief, and you know, Patrick Ness, I knew he was going to change my life or corrupt me in some way. So I picked up Ruby Red by Kirsten Gear. This is a young adult time travel novel, and it follows our main character Gwyneth, who's on the cover there, and she's in a family where there's a time travel gene which runs through only the female line, and it was predicted that her cousin Charlotte was going to get this gene, but then Gwen starts jumping back and forth in time, and it's really dangerous because Charlotte has been training her whole life for this gene, and Gwyneth knows nothing, so she's kind of just thrown in and chaos and madness ensues. And it's really short. It was quite a quick read and it was pretty action-packed. It was translated from German, so the writing style I wasn't that pleased with, but everything else I loved about it, and I ended up giving it a 4 out of 5 stars, and I really, really want the second book, and I'm going to order it pretty soon. The second book is Sapphire Blue. Oh, it's a part of a trilogy. Second book Sapphire Blue, and the third book is Emerald Green. So yes, I might do a review on this soon. So comment below if you want to see a review of this. So after I finished that, I picked up More Than This by Patrick Ness on my Kindle, and I flew through this thing. I can't actually say anything about this book. Okay, I'll tell you what I can say. It starts off with a boy called Seth drowning. The book follows a boy called Seth. I'm not going to say any of the other characters because that spoils things as well. But, like, book opens out to him drowning. He dies. He wakes up and you don't know where he's woken up, and that's basically all I can tell you. It's him trying to find out where he's woken up, and My brain is still confused. I don't know how to feel anymore about life in general, okay? If you guys have read this, then you know. I just don't know how to feel anymore about life. I don't know anymore. I was like, oh, I was a confused mess towards the end of this book. Like, I was like laughing and crying at the same time and just like being like, what the hell? What the hell? And yes. Then I gave it 5 out of 5 stars, and I really recommend it. If you haven't read Patrick Ness yet, I would read Chaos Walking Trilogy and A Monster Calls before you read this one, but I did give it 5 out of 5 stars. So the last book I finished in November is The Coldest Girl in Coldtown by Holly Black. This took me quite a while to get through. At the start, I got through like the first half really, really quickly, and I found the start of it to be really, really good. But towards like here-ish, it started to drag out, and I don't know, I just wasn't as into it until like the very end. But I did really, really enjoy this, and I'm glad I picked it up. I gave it a 4 out of 5 stars. I finished it only last night. And the characters in this book I really liked. I liked the romance a lot in this book. I'm sure you guys know about this, but it is about vampires. It's a really interesting take on vampires. It's really different. And it follows a girl called Tana, and the book opens up with her laying in a bathtub, and she's woken up in the morning after a party, and she goes out, because there's no sound, she goes out into the rest of the house and everyone is dead. And yeah, there's her ex-boyfriend tied to a chair and a vampire chained up. And vampires in this story are quarantined in places called Coldtowns, and you don't instantly turn into a vampire when you get bitten. You turn cold first, then you have to drink human blood to complete the transition. But that's all I'm going to say about this. I do recommend it. If you're into vampires, you will love this. If you're not so into vampires, because I'm not that into vampires, but I'm okay with them, then you'd probably like this, but you wouldn't like be obsessed with it. I don't know, I quite enjoyed it. I was surprised. I was definitely surprised. On to the books I'm planning on reading for December, the last month of the year. I'll probably get quite a lot of reading done this month. I've only picked out 3 books. One of them is a huge book. I won't finish the huge one, but I'll definitely read more than what I've got on my TBR. I just don't know what I want to read. So the first book I plan on reading is one that I've already started, and that is The Night Circus by Erin Morgenstern. How good. This is the best cover ever. Like, this is so pretty, and like this, how cool is that? Like, it's so cool. And I've already started this, and the writing is so beautiful. It's like poetic, and it's just great. I haven't read much. I've read like 24 pages, but it is really good, and I am so excited for this. So excited. Next book I plan to start is Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire by J.K. Rowling. This is the 4th book in the Harry Potter series, and it's the one that I'm up to. I haven't read it before. I've only read the first 3 books. And it is huge, so I don't plan on finishing it this month. I plan on starting it. I might finish it if it's like really, really good, but I doubt that I'll get to finish this. And the last book that I've picked for December is Paper Towns by John Green, because I need something a bit light and easy to read after all those life-changing books that I read. So this is really short as well, and it's John Green I haven't read. I've only read An Abundance of Catherine's and The Fault in Our Stars, so I figured this is probably a good one to go with. Let me know, like, is this anyone's favourite one? How does this compare to An Abundance of Catherine's? Because I wasn't too obsessed with An Abundance of Catherine's. Is this better than An Abundance of Catherine's? I don't know, but yes, I'll be reading this. So like I said, I'm probably going to end up reading more books than that this month. I might read Sapphire Blue by Kirsten Gear. If that comes this month, then I will read it. I might even end up starting the Percy Jackson series, although that's more likely for January, because I don't have the books yet and I need to order the box set. I'll order it soon. So that is all I have for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I am going to see Catching Fire tonight. It's about time. It's about time. It's about time. But I'm gonna see it at 4:30, and it is now like 1 o'clock. So I still have a while to wait. I'm so excited. I'm gonna do a movie review, although like no one will watch it because I'm a bit late, but I hope someone will watch it. Like, thank you for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Goodbye.